Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We've got a great show lined up, some special guests here in the studio. But first, as always, today's weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. Looks like another pretty day. I've been tickled looking at this week's, the whole week weather schedule because, they said Saturday and Sunday it's going to rain, and but right now they're pushing it back just a little bit. The meteorologists are, so maybe we'll at least have some Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, some good weather anyway. But today's high is going all the way up to 63 and a low of 41. Water temperature went up another degree yesterday. It's actually 55 degrees. River readings brought to us by Sandhill Seafood up on Highway 77. Good fresh seafood up there. You can either go in there and eat it or go in there and buy you something and take it home and cook it. The reading at Apalachicola at Bluntstown, 3.7 and steady. And the Choctawhatchee at Caryville, 4.7. It's also steady. So we're looking at a good weekend on the river fishing. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Low tide at 1:20 this morning, high tide at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The wind today coming out of the marine forecast is coming out of the west. I'm sorry, it's starting in the west, but it's going to end up at a northeast at about 5 to 10. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with our special guest. Welcome back, folks, and our special guest this morning from Sea Deck, Will Owen.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again. And Richard.
Good to see you.
Good to have you.
Thank you, sir.
Richard moved in. Tell us about how you brought him on board.
Yeah, so basically Jet Boat Pilot moved into the Sea Deck business a few years ago, and we've been doing Sea Deck for a long time through our national sales network, online, things like that. We specialize in jet boats, but we started really pushing heavy for local Sea Deck business, custom Sea Deck business. We thought there was a great opportunity to grow. I'm so busy managing kind of the national Jet Boat Pilot name, I really wanted to have someone come in and do a really good job representing it on a local scale. I just couldn't get to it. And so Richard, a good friend of ours here, he goes to my church and good people. He really has a background in not only sales, but in boating. He knows boating. And so I felt like this would be a good addition to our team to come in and talk about a great product. He could stand there and talk to a customer intelligently about fishing, but also really help them understand how Sea Deck could better fit their needs. So
we hit it off at the front door this morning, and by the time we got back here to the studio, we'd already caught 2 fish.
That's right.
Richard, tell us about where you're from and how you, a little bit basically, quickly.
Sure, from Tampa, Florida. Retired last year, moved here with the plans of slowing down, but saw an opportunity with Will and Jet Boat Pilot and Sea Deck products and got so excited about it, I decided it wasn't quite time to slow down that much, and I can't tell you how excited I am about the product.
Well, we're glad to have you up here, and I want to see some pictures of some fish pretty soon.
We can do that.
We'll put them on the show.
We can do that.
And you see something like this, and this product, and the product sells itself, but to work with a product like this, that's just like icing on the cake.
There's no question. Yeah. Absolutely. It really is a matter of just exposing the product to people, letting them know it's here, local, available. They get so excited about it, the product sells itself. It truly does. Yeah. And again, local, doing all the fabrication here, it really does set Jet Boat Pilot and the Sea Deck brand out there, and just a better turnaround, a better product install than you would get anywhere else.
And we're always trying to find ways so we can be better outdoorsmen, and better fishermen, better hunters, and more comfortable. And this, when I saw this, I had to have one. I waited till I got my new boat when I retired. And this is a picture when I first got my boat. Y'all look at a little plain Jane boat right here. I took it over the wheel. I said, it's a beautiful boat, but I want some Sea Deck on it. And man, did we get some Sea Deck on it.
Still stern.
I tell you what, and I'm going to go and say this now, not just because he's our sponsor and all, but first of all, just working with them was just a pleasure. I mean, they gave us everything, 100%.
Yes, sir.
But when I got it and got out and started fishing with it, it is so comfortable.
Yes,
it does sell itself.
It really does. And especially in a fishing application, one of the biggest things on the boat is trying to be quiet. It softens the boat, it quiets the boat. The boat goes from being a drum to just a platform to walk on. And not to boot, it just looks good.
That's spoken like a true fisherman now. We're talking about quiet, and it sounds like a boom, 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 boom.
That's right.
Okay, we got some more pictures. This is just the different angles and all back from the stern. And this was at your old location. Look at that when you put it on there. See how to customize it around everything?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like it came from the factory that way.
Yep.
Well, y'all just did, okay, the other side here. And it's just, and I tell you what, it does quieten things down.
Yeah,
And, you stand on the back of the boat right there.
I want to point something out, too, while we're looking at that. That to get the shape, to get the fit, the way that you see it, our guys have been doing this now since really 2011, and it's moved from not just cutting and fabricating SeaDeck, it has moved into craftsmanship. The quality that we're seeing and the response we're getting from our customers is so beyond what they expected. They get there and they have this big stupid smile on their face and they're just like I can't believe how, I knew it was going to look good, but I can't believe, and what a pleasure it is to be selling a product that gives people so much joy.
Absolutely.
Every
That's
time.
right.
We never miss it, and even if we have a small mistake that we go, oh, I missed it by a 30-second, people say, what are you talking about?
30-second
It's, yeah, we're down to that kind of measurements, really.
Okay, here's some more pictures before and after. I was going to mention this. Now, this is right, okay, look at the thickness. Tell us about this right here in my console.
Yeah, so that's the dual density 20 millimeter material. If you see in front of you here, this is basically, if you see my finger to the thickness, it's about 1 inch thick. It's designed to give you the regular SeaDeck surface on top, which is the normal density, but then a really spongy, you can see me squeezing this stuff here, a really spongy lower, so it gives you the hips, ankles, back relief that you might need, especially driving, standing. We did that on your front helm, on the front platform. If you're standing all day long and that boat's kind of doing slapping against the waves, it really does for us guys who are getting up there in the years. It really makes you feel better when you get home that afternoon.
And that's exactly right, because when I'm standing there driving or when I'm there fishing, that's where we have it extra thick right there. And I
That's
can
right.
tell the difference.
Yeah,
I can tell
absolutely.
it, really
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
it's not just for the offshore guys, although of course the offshore guys, you run 15, 20 miles offshore, you come back in at the end of the day, you kind of question if you want to do it again the next day. This eliminates that from ever being the case. And for your inshore guys, you're still standing behind that console all day long, and even with a light chop on the water, the fact that you have a shock absorber under your feet all day long running the boat changes the experience for not just you, but your clients as well, because it puts you in a better attitude. You're just happier being on the boat.
Yeah.
That is so true. And then, okay, and here's the front right up here at the bow, and that's where I have the rulers up there too. It's so convenient, and ruler on both sides. So to save my energy, I have to go back and forth.
There you go.
But here, this is like the finishing touch right here. This is back on the stern on my ladder back there. For you, okay, all of you guys and girls that go scalloping, and you've been out there and you climb up on the boat, and your knee always hits there.
That's right.
And that's just that is so much different. It is so neat to have that.
Yeah, we use 3 different words to describe SeaDeck if we're just trying to give you a very brief synopsis. Comfort, quiet, and confidence.
Yes.
And when you come on the boat, you're going to notice right away there's a comfort factor. You're going to notice right away that it's quieter, like we talked about. And then the confidence, this stuff is made from EVA materials and given a non-slip texture on top. So if the boat is wet, matter of fact, the wetter it gets, the better the traction. This product started in the surfboard industry. They were making this for surfers. So you'll find that when you're walking around on it, coming in from scalloping or whatever, you're going to be very sure-footed walking around the boat. No worries about falls.
That's excellent. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and be right back. Okay, welcome back from Jet Boat Pilot and SeaDeck. We have Will Owen and Richard with us this morning, and it was nice to have a job that you sell things that it helps people.
Yes,
absolutely. Wow. Okay, so before we get back with them, let's add 3 names this morning. We add names every morning. From Apalachicola, Diane Chambers. From Deer Point Lake, Joel King and Rosie King. Good to have you all in the drawing. And we're going to give some stuff away in a few minutes, so stay tuned. Don't fall back asleep, okay? Now, we've talked about the deck, everything around the boats and all.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the other things y'all are doing.
Yeah, so what I was telling you earlier in the show is that we have a lot of jobs that when we get done cutting the sheet, we'll have drop material left laying around. And I hate throwing away this really nice material. If I see it go in the trash, I just want to cry. And so over the years, I've said don't throw it away, and we put it upstairs in our storage area. Well, I had a mountain of storage, all this material that really no real use for it. What we learned is that people a lot of times want to put it on top of their Yeti cooler, or they want to put it in fish ruler form. And these little small pieces, we can find a place to plug these in as we're cutting this material. And so what you see in front of you here is kind of an example of some varieties of different things, fish rulers, for instance, and Yeti cooler tops, 20s, 35s, and 45s. Here's the interesting thing. When you go online, if I can see one of these little guys here, when you go online and you want to buy this cooler top, either from Yeti or from SeaDeck, they're going to charge you anywhere from $69.95, $79.95 for these cooler tops. We're selling them for $17.50, $20, and $25 because they're coming out of scrap that's going to be thrown away anyway. So we wanted to pass that on to the customer, save some money. We can get rid of some of our scrap. I don't feel so bad about throwing it in the trash. And so it's just a real big blessing for people, and it, of course, introduces people to SeaDeck for that first time that maybe they don't know about SeaDeck. This would be a really easy way to, hey, I like this. What else do you guys do?
So if someone has a certain cooler, they can call y'all up or come by and see you and say, okay, do y'all have one to fit this and all?
Yep.
And then come by and get it. Or if possible, and you don't have a size, y'all could custom
We could custom cut it. Now, of course, those custom cuts won't get that promotional pricing like that, but we could certainly do anything they would like. But yeah, if they have a 35 or 20 or a 45 Yeti, those real common smaller sizes, these things are in stock, and we've got bunches of them, and they're a fraction of what they would normally cost.
And it's so common anymore to put one of these up on the bow of your boat and cast off of it. Putting something with a thicker material like this 20 millimeter not only cushions you, but it almost grabs a hold of your feet because you're settling into it when you stand there. There's no longer the risk of slipping off the top of that cooler when you're casting, especially when you're loading the boat down with fish and things start getting slimy and dirty.
All you bass fishermen that fish all day long, I know a lot of y'all need something like this, seriously. I mean, and you sell them in pieces and all?
We do.
And we'll install it for you. If you bring your cooler down, we'll put it on for you, no problem. It won't come off.
That's cool. And the rulers, show up a different color on those rulers. You can get them whatever color you want, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Usually it's what we have on the shelf because for the special pricing, but yeah, any variety. We cut a lot of different standard colors, and then we also get into some custom colors. Let's show this this really wild green one here, and this red one.
There you go. Oh, look at that.
So oftentimes we'll have these custom jobs, and like I said, there'll be a long strip just left laying around, and so we'll pull these really cool fish rulers off. This is all measure it with a tape measure. It's accurate. It's all done on CNC. One of my favorite things to talk about now is this this cool new combing pad. You see these right here? On your boat, you've got those combing bolsters running down the side, and if you lean out to get that fish, it's something comfortable to put your knee against. Well, now we're cutting these matching fish ruler pair. You get a pair of them, and it's in that 20 millimeter thickness. Again, a fraction of the cost of normally paying for a combing pad.
That is cool.
And you start praying when you have that AJ, that big guy grouper on your line for the fish to get this out, because your knees feel like they're about to snap. This, again, just like standing on top of the cooler, it's just a buffer for your body against the side of the boat. And not only is it a buffer, but it's functional. It gives you your tape measure built in.
And they all come that same size, about 32, 36 inches.
That's generally.
Will and I debated when I was getting put on my boat whether to get like a 4-foot ruler, but we decided to go in 3 foot. It's going to be big enough for the fish I catch. But we were teasing about it. He told me I only need a 12-inch one for my boat. Anyway, this is cool. This is really cool. And they can just, like I say, they can come by. Tell us the location.
Yeah, so we're over on 390, just north of the old airport. What I always tell people to do, because they don't ever know where my building is just look for the boat in the pond.
That's right.
There's a little retention pond right out in front of our, actually it's not a retention pond, that's an actual pond.
It's
spring fed. 15 feet deep in the middle. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to go swimming out there, but anyway, but look for the boat in the pond. They're doing a lot of road construction right now, so it's kind of pushed back away a little bit, but you'll see it. It's got American flag sticking up off the top of it, and that's where it's at. You just come on inside and come in the front door and ask for our receptionist to tell you, where to go, and we'll come help you out.
It's about where State Avenue comes out on 390.
That's
if
right.
you remember the old Gajewski furniture plant, it's
building.
that one right there, and it's easy to find. And I know the construction is heavy right now, but man, when they get that finished, it's going to be nice.
They're bringing the cars closer to us.
I know it. It's really cool. I enjoy it. And I told my grandkids, because I tell them, I remember when 23rd Street was 2-lane. I said, now when you get older, you're going to be able to tell your kids, you remember when 390 was 2-lane. Because that's progress we have.
It's going to be a highway, yeah.
Okay, now if they want to get a custom job on the boat, they need to bring the boat down there like I did, and y'all measure on it.
There's a couple different ways to do that. One, they can call me, Rich Griffin, at 850-890-3307. I'll come out within Bay County for free and measure the boat. The estimate's free, and then we can provide you with, this is what it's going to take to do your boat. Beyond that, then we send our CAD designers out. They scan the boat.
Okay.
They bring templates for the boat, which is why you see our installs looking so much better than most of the competition. But then there's also deckmyboat.com, which allows you to go online. It walks you through the process of getting an estimate on your boat. As long as you can read a tape measure, that's the only requirement. It's a super simple process, and it gives you an estimate for what it would take to deck your boat out.
Immediately.
That is cool. And you got all colors and all different ways to pick them out.
Absolutely.
We can get any color.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to take our final break. We'll come back, going to do a draw. We're going to give a couple of these things away. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's look at our fishing game times first, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers down in Port St. Joe. Our times this morning, 6:12 to 8:12, and this evening, 6:38 to 8:38. Now, we're going to give away 2 fish rulers in just a minute, but I notice we have 2 different materials here. So, I mean, it's all the same, but this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
You probably can't tell on air, but tell us what the 2 differences.
Sure, yeah. So basically, this blue one here, if you can see it, I don't know if you can tell or not, with the surface, you have 2 different surface finishes with SeaDek. You get an embossed micro dot, and you also have a brushed surface. And there's 2 differences for offering this. The embossed micro dot has more of a firm feel to it, but it has more of a sealed surface, so it repels dirt. Oftentimes on lighter colors, going with an embossed color helps you keep the material cleaner longer. Both of them are made from the same material, it's just a matter of how we treat the surface. With the brush, it's got more of a luxurious feel to it, a little bit softer to the feet. And of course, if you do get dirt on it, it has more tendency to want to grab onto each one of those little individual lines there. So some of the darker colors, people generally like the brushed a little better. Either way, it's the same material, just a little different way.
And this is, I have this color here and this material finish here, and unlike most people, I love cleaning my boat.
Yes.
I mean, I just enjoy cleaning. I guess because I never had a really nice boat until recently. And so tell us about cleaning it.
It's incredibly easy to clean. I'll give you an example of this. One of the marinas locally has a pad that has incredible traffic over it. And every time it started getting a little bit dull, they talked to us about possibly replacing that pad. Whereas opposed to that, I got a nylon bristle brush, simple green, and in a matter of less than 2 minutes, it looked brand new. It was incredible. Super easy to clean. You don't want to use anything that's acid-based. But simple green, purple power, 50-50 bleach mixture, really anything that's not acid-based. And just if it's really dirty, a little bit of elbow grease will get it out. If you stay on top of it, it just stays clean. If you're somebody who likes to clean your boat, like
and you want to do it when you get home, you just clean your boat. You don't go outside. I don't clean fish. I go clean my boat.
And one recommendation: if you're bringing that fish on board and he's stuck and he's bleeding, you do want to go ahead and rinse it off. Try to get it clean within that day. You don't want to leave it cooking with fish blood because fish blood takes a little extra process. We can get it out. It's just a little bit of extra process to get dried on, cooked on fish blood out.
And we do that on any boat. I go offshore. We wash it off on a big old charter boat. We wash it off immediately. So I've always done the same thing on my boat.
And that's the kind of the rule of thumb for fishing anyway. Even if there wasn't SeaDek on the boat, nobody leaves the blood on the boat to bake in.
Well, I know one thing that I think sets y'all apart from competitors. I know y'all were the first one in the business, basically, and then a lot of people, like just as American people, try to copy this and that. But y'all have sort of been up here. And what differentiates y'all from other folks?
There's quite a lot. Now, SeaDek is going to be, of all the products like this, it's going to be the one that costs the most. But like anything, obviously, what you pay for is what you get. SeaDek's been around for about 15 or 16 years now. They started in the surf industry, but they got into boats heavy, and now boats is what they do primarily. And so what SeaDek has done over the years is they haven't just gone and spent a bunch of money on advertising and then upcharge people because of all their costs. That's the common association. I think people think, oh, it costs more because you're advertising. No, SeaDek actually has invested heavily in technology. They've invested in their formulations and the recipes they use to make this particular product. They've got scientists on staff. They're working with NASA. NASA scientists coming in the building, partnering with SeaDek to actually help them create a better product. And then the competition's not doing that. They're going to China, they're buying it cheap, they're bringing it over here, they're calling it something similar and charging a similar price, honestly, but it doesn't have that, hey, we've been in this business a long time, we've seen what works and what doesn't, and SeaDek is always tweaking. So from the material standpoint, SeaDek stands apart. It does cost a little more, but it's because of that science that makes it last longer. But then furthermore, SeaDek sends us down for certified training. So people like us have actually been certified through SeaDek to provide that customer locally with the same experience that you might get if you went to Rockledge to the factory. So we get trained on how to properly surface prep, how to properly install so that you don't have this stuff, rolling up on the corners after you've installed it. Because if you don't install it right, there's a possibility it could come up. But with us, obviously, installing it for you, we guarantee our install. If it does have any problem, obviously, you call us and we'll certainly help you out.
Well, that sounds good. I'm a witness, and I can give a testimonial as to what he's saying with the quality and how much I love it and all.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to give away these 2 rulers. Well, I'm going to let you draw out the names.
All right.
And these, you can just install them anywhere you want to.
Yep, peel and stick.
Just peel it off and it'll stick right on there. So if you got a bass boat or you're going offshore, all right? We'll pull out. We're going to get a bigger jar. All right, pick out one name right here.
Grab one out of the middle here.
This is going to be for this color right here. All right, first one.
Joe, is that
Joe Alo from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, wow.
He's one of our watchers on YouTube. He comes out here in the summertime and all. Now he'll be tickled with this. He'll take him back up to the Great Lakes and have him over the Great Lakes.
Yeah, hopefully get some warm weather soon.
Okay. All right, this is going to be for our blue one here. Okay. And pick one more name out of here.
One more. All right. We'll go to the bottom on this one.
Okay.
Let's see here. Lucky Stan Bourne.
Stan Bourne from Panama City Beach. So, all right. So we got these 2 right here. And like I say, just closing out, we want to tell people they can go online, they can call, they can come by.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
And where y'all located?
Located on 390, like you said, between State and Florida, right at the where State comes into 390.
Yeah.
They can reach us either by phone, again 850-890-3307, or at deckmyboat.com. That'll give you both colors and an online estimator, and that'll also get you to me so that I can come out and take a look at your boat.
Yeah, that's cool. And thank y'all for coming up this morning.
Thanks, great. Come on.
Thank you
First
so much.
time I met Richard, and we just became instant friends. And all.
Amen. Yes,
Glad
sir.
to have you up here.
It's my honor.
And if you want a good quality, and I'm a testimonial to it. Like I said, this is good quality stuff right here, and it just makes makes fishing just a little bit nicer.
It definitely
really
does.
That's right.
Thank y'all for doing it. Folks, always thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. We appreciate you watching the show. Do something good for your fellow man today. You have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.